Hello, this is Debbie Emerson from Colorado, and there's my friend, Nancy Ellen, who is in California. And I just wanted to get on for a little while this morning and talk a little bit about psychic development. Nancy and I actually met when we were going through our psychic development training way too many years ago. It was around 1991. We met in the beginning classes, and then we ended up, I think Nancy signed up for the year-long training program about a month or two before I did. And then, or maybe not even that long, because I think we graduated about the same time.
It was within days, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway,
we both went in together.
Yeah. So we went through this amazing clairvoyant training program together, and we learned to develop our psychic abilities. The basis of that training is everyone is psychic, because that's the truth. It's just part of who we are. And I know when I went for my interview to join the program, the minister that was interviewing me said, you're going to become more of who you truly are. And he was always joking about everything. And he said, so if you don't like yourself, you might not want to do this. But obviously, the truth of who we are is pretty wonderful. It's all of the stuff that's around us, the lampshade that's covering our light, so to speak, that dims everything and creates all those filters that sometimes aren't so pretty. So I'm going to let Nancy share a little bit about her experiences in developing her psychic abilities. The theme is, how does developing your psychic abilities change your life for the better? And I know I've talked a little bit about how my life has changed for the better. And I think in the post, I said something about superpowers. In the process, we all have, talents and quote unquote superpowers. And those are, as you go through the process of the psychic training and let go of all the stuff that's not yours, you begin to uncover those superpowers more and more. So I'm going to go ahead and let Nancy share.
Hey guys, where do I begin? Oh my gosh. Well, I can actually go back to when I was a kid. No, I'm not going to take you through every single minute. No. Just a little bit of background. So as a kid, I loved Bewitched and I Dream of Jeannie. And of course, my favorite Martian, because they could either twitch or bob or and make something happen immediately. So I always knew somewhere deep in my heart, I guess you'd say, that we could do things. We had superpowers. We could do anything if we only had the rule book. And that's what I was always looking for, was the rule book. Okay, so fast forward to the 90s, well, 80s actually. And my body started really giving me a problem. I had TMJ. I had migraines. My back would not stay in. I was at the chiropractor like 3 days a week. And it just would not stay in. I was in pain all the time. Now, having said that, college professor, okay, teaching pro audio. So I'm hauling gear, pushing pianos, stringing microphone cables and dragging gear and, with my students behind me, as I'm going, okay, put that there. No, don't do it like that. Put that there. So working a lot, doing a lot of freelance stuff, and I hurt all the time. So at one point I threw up my hands and went, right, I'm done. I can't take this pain. I'm done. You need to send me a miracle or I'm going to check out. I'm over it. I'm over hurting. And within about a week, all of a sudden this stuff started getting presented to me. Some of my students in class one day were just kind of talking over in the corner about this place where they went to get free healings, energy healings. And I'm going, oh, energy healing? What the hell's energy healing? I want some of that. I could use a healing. And I found out what the name of the place was, but I didn't go because I was working so many hours. Ended up getting some paperwork in the mail, because we used to actually get real mail back in the old days, and for a like a whole life expo here in LA. And I went, yeah, well, maybe, but I don't know. What am I going to do there? I don't know what to do there. I don't know how to, what? And then I see a billboard for the same thing. And it's like, okay, fine. So I went to this thing and I'm walking around this expo going, why am I here? I don't know why I'm here. So I get paired up. I went to a pet workshop, how to be psychic with your pets, because I had pets. And I got paired up with this gal because it was like a hands-on workshop. So it was really cool. And I'm thinking, oh my God, this girl is really psychic. She really knows what's going on. What the heck's happening here? And the workshop was over and okay, fine, goodbye. See you later. Bye. I'm walking around the expo and all of a sudden I see that girl behind this table um, with all these people who are sitting there with their eyes closed, talking to other people. And I'm thinking, what the heck is this? And I look down and it says the exact school that was referenced by my students in that class when they said about the live healings. It was the Anaheim Psychic Institute, which was an offshoot or is an offshoot of the Berkeley Psychic Institute up in Berkeley, California. So I walk up and I go, hey, how you doing? What's up? What is this? And she goes, well, do you want a healing? And I go, I'm thinking healing, ding, 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 no hurting anymore. So I go, yeah, how much? She goes, oh, it's free. And I go, oh, okay, free's good. So I sit down and all she did, this girl, she walks up behind me and she rubs her hands together. I'm thinking, okay, whatever. And she goes, and just starts holding her hands up behind me. And I felt like I was jumping out of an airplane. It was profound. My face was flapping and I'm hot and I'm cold and I'm dizzy and then I'm feeling like really heavy. And then she says to me, were you in a workshop this morning that did da na 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 na? And I go, well, yeah, because I had slipped into another workshop at that expo. She goes, well, your crown chakra is blown open. I'm thinking, how does she know that? She goes, I'm going to put you back in. I go, okay. So she does something, waving her arms around. And I felt new when she was done with me. And of course I said, well, what was that? She goes, well, before that, do you want a reading? And I go, okay. And so I mean, and Lynn, you remember Lynn, Debbie.
Yeah.
So you know who I'm
Yeah.
talking about here. She goes, do you want a reading? I go, well, yeah, how much? And she goes, because of course I'm all about how much. She goes, it's $10. And I go, okay, I'll do $10. $10 is good. So all of a sudden I see these two twins stand up and she goes, go over and sit with them. And so I went over and I sat in front of these twins and they're laughing. They had their eyes closed. All they did was ask me my name. And the one's drawing this weird picture, kind of like the dead person with the outline on the sidewalk, but she's got colors and crayons and the other one's going la 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 da 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 and this and this and this and this and this and I see this and this and this and this and this and I'm going, oh my God, how do they know this? This is like me, line by line by line of my history and my wants, where I want to be. I'm thinking, how are they doing this? So when I was done, I'm going, okay, I want to learn to do that. And so this gal Lynn goes, we just happen to have a meditation class starting up in like a week and a half, and it's in Anaheim. And I go, okay, what night is it? Because I was teaching pro audio, so we always taught at night on the weekends, so it was a little iffy. Just happened to fall on a night that I was off. So I signed up for the meditation class, and I got to tell you, it changed my life. The pain in my body had gone to probably 50% after that first healing that she gave me at the expo. And we're talking, it's madness. You've been to conventions before, I'm sure. It's madness. There are people everywhere. There's noise, there's music, there's loudness, and even if it's a whole life expo, there's gongs going and there's, the bowls and people chanting and it's like, and they're still able to focus and be calm and to give you such relevant information. it was like being on Bewitched or something. I swear to God. It was really, really magic. So I signed up for this meditation class and I'm thinking, oh God, meditation. Here we go. They're going to have me sitting and I'm going to have to go Om and there's going to be candles and I don't do meditate. I can't do, how the hell am I going to do this? But I want to learn how to do that. I want to learn how to be well. I want to learn how to keep myself healthy. I want to learn how to do that. So I go and I sit in the class and it's not candles and it's not sitting on the floor and it's not people chanting. You're just sitting in a chair and you close your eyes and they talk you through what to do. And I swear I hurt so bad. It gets better. Hang with me. I hurt so my back, and I came to like the first 4 weeks of class, but I stuck it out and I found that that was other people's energy in my space. It was my parents in my space. It was my teachers from elementary school in my space. It was everybody that ever told me I wasn't any good at whatever in my space. It was boyfriends in my space. It was everybody but me was in my space. And I find out that the reason I was hurting so bad was not only other stuff was in my space, but I wasn't. So this technique that we learned and learning how to be intuitive is not just about like doing the bewitched thing. It's about becoming present. It's becoming everything that you want to be and getting everything out of your space that shouldn't be there because we have unique frequency. Each of us has our own unique frequency. And nothing works in our space if there's something other than us in here. Things start going a little bit hairy. So, wow, I'm just flashing on something else. I won't go there though, because that'll take about 4 hours. So so this being intuitive and developing your psychic abilities is paramount for getting through life nowadays. It really, really, really is. So if you have a chance to do that, give it a shot because you will not be sorry. That's it for me.
Great. Do you want to talk a little bit about what you're doing now, some of the things you're doing on Facebook and
Oh,
so forth?
sure. Oh, sure, 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 sure. I have a Facebook group called the Quantum Healing Code Carriers Facebook group. It's all about running energy codes. So what I found through the years is I found that well, we know everything is energy. Everything's energy. Everything vibrates at a particular frequency, and if we put our attention on it, then that's what we align with. Okay, so you can have little packets of numbers, series of numbers that carry a message with them that our body can read. Some people call it light language. You might have heard of light language. Light language, it's just information that we're bringing through, and we bring it through however we bring it through. Well, I use a couple of different systems. I use a system called energy balancing by numbers. I use a system called the Anahata codes, and I also pull my own codes through Code Alchemy, which is one of my company things. So I run codes. I post free codes in the group. I also have a YouTube channel for Your Energy RX on YouTube where I do weekly codes and monthly codes, and I show you how to install codes. And I'm also running a meditation Monday, which is not really psychic development, but it's using the work of Dr. Joe Dispenza and Carolyn Mace and some Deepak Chopra. I mean, everybody, all these teachers are saying the same thing. So I've just kind of morphed it into the way that I see the world. 30 to 45 minutes on Mondays, not every Monday. And there are downloads, of course, after the fact, so you can get it and practice over and over and over again. And basically, it's to get us to be able to start rewiring ourselves so that we can have what we want. And I teach a little bit of the intuition tools. I mean, you'll get intuition as you do it, but if you're in a program for intuition, then you're doing it all the time. It's like you can't just go to the gym once and expect a result. You've got to like kind of, it's a practice. You need to kind of follow through and work at it. It is a practice. It's not a one and done. None of this work is a one and done. So,
Right.
but anyway, yeah, meditation classes, codes, and you can read more about everything I do on my website. I do free code sessions with you guys, live code sessions. You just pay me.
And I did post your website, but you want to just say what it is?
Oh, the website is Your Energy RX, YOUR, energy, ENERGYRX.com.
Okay. And I'm going to be offering a it's going to there's going to be an option to either do the psychic development training in a 6-month format or a 12-month format. The 6 month is just, more concentrated. The 12 months is a little bit, slower. So if you have a really busy life, it's easier to fit it in. And there's payment plans and so forth. But you can find information about that on my website, which is DebiEmersonblog.com, and it's DebiEmersonblog.com. And then just look for the tab that says psychic development. And if you're not in my Facebook group group is called Spiritual Seekers. And in that group, I offer a variety of things. But one of the things I do is Monday through Friday, I run a sacred activation for the group. So I invite you to check those things out.
Are
And
you able to put that up on the screen, Debbie? Didn't there some kind of typing feature here that we can like put that
there
stuff?
was, but I wasn't able to figure it out. but I have it in the post. I have it in the actual post. And so this will be on my business page, which is Debi Emerson Wise Woman Wellness. And then I'll share it to at least a couple other places, including my Spiritual Seekers group.
And you guys can share it too, I think. Can't they share it? Or at least
Yeah,
share it?
that's why I did it on this business page, so then people can share it from the business page. Sure.
Perfect. Yeah,
Yeah.
if you know anybody who is hurting, who is lost, who is feeling not all themselves, who is wondering, what the heck am I supposed to do with my life? I'm so confused. Um, any kind of energetic development, psychic development. And I got to tell you, what Debbie and I learned through the training that we had is so amazing because there's no dogma included. And, when we teach a tool, when either Debbie or I teaches a tool, we teach what we know to teach. And then we encourage you guys to kind of morph it into what you need it to be, because everybody does not perceive red the same way when they look at something. Everybody does not hear the same way. Everybody does not taste the same way. And your energy development is going to be unique as well. So just because you learn how to do something a certain way doesn't mean you have to like lock in on that one and like hunger down on that. No, you can make it your own. That's the whole point, is
Yeah.
making it your own.
Yeah, that's what I always tell people that I work with is these are ideas. And then, like Nancy just said, make it your own. But I think that's what I really wanted to impress upon people is developing your psychic abilities isn't just if you want to be a psychic reader. It's really an intense and a really deep evolution process of healing yourself and creating the space. And we talk about space. Space is basically your physical space and your energetic space, that whole bubble that's yours. And bringing your information into that space so that you can have access to it in your conscious awareness. Because you've been around for a long time. It's not just this time around. And you've learned a lot. You've accumulated a lot of information and knowledge. And if you don't have any place to bring that information into, because there's other energies in that space taking up that space, you don't have access to it. You might have access to it when you're out of the body, but it doesn't do you any good unless you bring it into the body. So that's really what I wanted to impress upon people is it's not just because you want to develop your psychic abilities. It goes much further. So thank you so much for joining us. And thanks, Nancy, for hopping on and sharing your wonderful stories. And we'll see you later somewhere along the line. Take care. Have a
Thanks.
wonderful day. Bye.
Bye.